Being in a position of leadership is a difficult job that calls for a significant amount of talent, insight, and experience. It's possible for even the most seasoned leaders to make mistakes, and in order to make progress as a leader, it's essential to learn from these mistakes. In this video, we will discuss the most typical blunders that leaders make, as well as offer advice on how to avoid making them. What's up, team? It's Rico again. In all my years as a leader and a coach, I've made more than my share of mistakes. I've risen, I've fallen, I've succeeded, and I've failed. Being a great leader is not a destination, but a journey. You have to be humble and willing to admit your mistakes and your shortcomings. We all have them. The difference between good and great, though, is the ability to learn from our mistakes and to keep building our skills. Leaders must be the epitome of the perpetual student. So with that said, here are the 9 most common leadership mistakes and how to avoid them. Lack of effective communication. Failing to effectively communicate with one's team is one of the most typical blunders made by leaders. The establishment of trust and preservation of morale and the consolidation of everyone's understanding all depend critically on effective communication. It's important for team leaders to make time to listen to their teams, provide feedback, and clearly communicate the team's expectations. Micromanagement. Another typical error made by leaders is the practice of engaging in micromanagement. A toxic work environment can be created by micromanaging, which can also demotivate members of the team. The leaders of a team should have faith in their team's abilities to complete tasks and provide direction only when it's absolutely necessary. Lack of accountability. Leaders have a responsibility to hold themselves and their teams accountable for the behaviors that occur under their watch. If this is not done, it may result in a lack of trust and respect among the members of the team. It's the responsibility of leaders to articulate what is expected of everyone and then follow up to make sure those expectations are being met. Failure to empower teams. Leaders should delegate authority to members of their team so they can make decisions and take responsibility for their work. If this isn't done, it's possible that there will be a lack of creativity and innovation among the team members. Lack of flexibility. It's important for leaders to have an approach that is both flexible and adaptable. If you don't do that, you might end up missing out on opportunities and being unable to adapt to changing circumstances and environments. Lack of vision. Leaders are expected to have a well-defined vision for both their team and their organization. In the event that this isn't done, there's a greater risk of the team feeling disorganized and lacking direction. Inability to delegate. In order to ensure that everyone is working to their strengths, leaders should delegate tasks to their team members. If this isn't done, it can lead to exhaustion and a loss of motivation for the management team. Failure to develop team members. Leaders have a responsibility to invest in the development and growth of their team members. If this isn't done, there's a risk that the team will be lacking in both skills and knowledge, which can lead to high turnover. Lack of emotional intelligence. In order to be an effective leader, one must possess adequate emotional intelligence. The ability to comprehend and control one's own emotions as well as those of one's followers is essential for effective leadership. Mistakes in leadership can have a significant impact on the morale of the team, as well as their productivity and performance. Reflecting on one's own actions, gaining wisdom from one's past transgressions, and adapting one's approach in order to hone one's leadership abilities are all important responsibilities of a leader. The ability to effectively communicate, empower others, take responsibility for one's actions, maintain flexibility, maintain vision, delegate responsibility, and develop emotional intelligence are all essential components of successful leadership. Leaders can build a team that is more cohesive and productive if they refrain from making these mistakes. If you're interested in the top 8 leaderships you should be developing this year, check out my video on just that here. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It'll help people like you and me find these resources and hopefully begin to deploy them within their organizations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.